here this evening in the Oceanside Artland Gallery, and I am joined by the imaginative folk artist, Iona Dalton. Welcome to Gallery 902.
Good to be here.
I'm so excited that you could make it. We are surrounded by your beautiful art. Give us a little background. How did it start? How did you start or know that you were an artist?
Well, my brother Joey, he's an artist, and he gave me a couple canvases for Christmas. And he said, Iona, I want you to paint on these.
I love it. And he gave you some paint and brushes?
Just canvases.
Was there something that he had seen you doing that you were...
Well, I used to paint on my floors 25 or 30 years ago. So we probably just wanted to see how I could do a picture.
Just whatever you had, you just felt the need to...
Yeah. So I said, Joe, I can't paint on these canvases. I said, I'm too busy. Because I was an outdoor woman, right? I was outdoor, doing something outdoor. So one day I must have got bored, and I grabbed them, and I never quit since.
How old were you then?
Oh, that was just 7 years ago, yes.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So this wasn't when you were younger.
No,
you came late in life to discovering.
Yes.
I think it was always there.
7 years ago it was.
You just mentioned, and I love this, you love being outdoors. Now I understand all of your scenes. They're so
Oh yes,
vivid.
I lived outdoor. I was doing everything outdoor.
It looks like you've brought all of your outdoor experiences and activities and fun in all of these.
Yes.
Something else that I see a huge influence in your photos are it's a little white dog. Tell me about that.
That's our baby. Our dog's with us everywhere.
And tell me a little bit about your dog.
Well, it was my mother's dog, and she got sick, and she worried who was going to take her dog. And I said, I'll look out for your dog. But Mama was so close to her dog, she didn't want to see it go anybody's house, because she thought the dog would miss her. But in the end, we took the dog. I said to the family, I'm taking Mama's dog. And I went and got Mama's dog. I said, nobody's having him. I'm taking it and looking out for it.
And the dog would have known you?
The dog lived in the same yard almost. My mother lived right in front of us. So the dog was used, Mama would bring the dog down before she died, get us used to us. And the dog took to us pretty good.
May I ask, I know the number 33 also shows up in a lot of your...
Yes, I try to put it on the lighthouses or boats.
And what is the significance of that?
That was my mama's birth.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you pay homage to her in every...
Yeah, I honor her in that way, yes.
I love it.
And I like I say, I only try to put it on the lighthouses or on the boats.
Almost like a beacon, like a signal to her.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, that's beautiful.
And she would be some happy if she knew that.
I think she does.
Yeah,
she sees all of this.
She'd be happy.
May I ask, how many years did your mama live? Like how old was she?
Mom was about 82 when she died.
What a wonderful long life.
Yeah.
Now, did she paint or sketch or anything like that?
No, my mother never. My father did.
Oh.
He was always sketching fishing boats.
Wow.
And buoys, you know, the fishing, lots of traps. He liked always doing that at night at the supper table on a paper, just doing boats.
That's interesting because you would have grown up seeing that.
And my father did. He made fishing boats. He made real fishing boats.
Oh my, he built them?
Yeah, from scratch.
That is an amazing process that I was lucky enough to see.
Nice fishing boats. He carved seagulls, birds, auks, with logs.
Whittling?
Yeah, whittle, yeah.
That's
incredible. He whittled, yeah, a lot.
You grew up with all of this artistic ability around you.
Yes.
Your brother knew that you could do it.
And there was other people in our family that could do paintings.
If I may ask, Iona, during COVID, did you find that you were able to find solace and happiness in being able to just paint more?
Well, I'm a person, I always like going to town. I always had to go to town. But when I wasn't in town, I'd be right back painting. Yeah.
So you definitely had more time to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Do you ever because you do like being outside,
Yes.
do you take your easel outside and
I used to once in a while, but the sun was so hot, I find it dried the paints.
do you not think of
Yeah.
that? See, it's-
But I'm better sitting right where I sat in my living room. I like it better.
do you have a nice window to sort of see the outside?
Oh yeah, I
be
can peek out
inspired?
once in a while.
So kind of describe your workspace to us. Because I know,
Oh, I'm squashed up in a little corner.
no, but that might have surprised me, but I'm learning some artists really enjoy that sort of
Yes.
closed.
I've got a little stand about like that, sits right in the corner.
Yes.
My computer sits right on top it. The TV's right behind me. That's where I paint.
It's your little space.
And one day I was painting and I was in a chair on rollers and I turned my chair and it grabbed into our big TV and knocked it in the floor and broke it. Crashed the whole thing.
So your husband said, we need to make the space a little bigger.
Still in the same corner. The only thing we wired, the TV, the next one.
So you have a specific acrylic paints.
Yes.
Was there a time when you experimented with other?
I did use oil, but I didn't like it because it didn't dry as fast.
It takes so much
it takes
longer.
longer to dry. And
Now, for your technique and for your texture, Iona, what tools do you use?
sometimes if I want to go around the frame, I use a little cotton ball. It's got to be a certain kind because some won't do the right thing. And then I have a new one where you just dab and dab and dab.
Nice. So you experimented with different cotton
Yeah.
to find the brand that
You got to have a certain kind and they're kind of hard to get though.
of course, the ones that you love.
Those regular ones, everything just goes in one big lump. You got to have it so it will puff on there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, colors. What is your inspiration for some of these vibrant colors?
Well, I try to go bright. Don't want it too dark.
Yes. And outside, do you ever, there must be some inspiration from, is it sunset that you love or is it the sunrise? What's your favorite time of day?
Well, I always try to put a sun in the sky just to make the picture pop a little and
I love that.
yeah.
And you can see all of the different colors in there.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of water scenes. Do you think that maybe comes a little bit from your dad?
Well, I like to put a little water in there just to fill in the picture.
And did you go out on the water with your dad a lot on the boat?
Well, not really. I went in that boat with my brothers, but that never really had nothing to do with the water that I put on my pictures.
You
no.
just like having that
Yeah, just try to put a little blue in and
balances it.
yeah, keep the colors going.
Iona, we have come now to the showcase part of our show. When I stepped into this room, this part of the gallery, it's 4 walls just filled and filled. How many paintings would you say that you might do in a day or in a week?
Usually 20 by 16 would take me 2 days. I have did littler ones in a day. Yeah,
So much detail. I don't know
Yes.
how you do it.
and I never quit painting till I make sure I want what I want in the picture.
But would you say in a week, how many would you or could you paint?
Well, I could probably paint 3 or 4 if I worked hard.
That's a lot.
Yes.
When you look around at these walls, Iona, are there any that stand out to you that might have things that mean a lot to you, or you remember a funny story?
Well, me and Roger likes going to the beach with the dog. So we take the dog to the beach and we look for beach glass. And the reason we like going to the beach, because a couple of years ago, our dog got bit by a bumblebee and he almost died.
He was allergic.
Yeah, he was allergic. So we try to go to the beach where there ain't bumblebees around to walk him.
That's hard.
So we figure we go to the beach, he's safer. Because there is a trail and it's grass and you don't like to take him on grass where he's allergic, so.
And he loves the beach?
He loves it, and when he's done, he's ready to run back home.
So some of these photos would be inspired.
So this one would be the dog come to the beach with us behind him.
Like that. I kind of feel like this photo here really encompasses all of the things you were telling us about your life earlier.
Yes, I try to make a boat.
Represent your dad.
Yes, my father was a fisherman years ago, too. Yes.
And what other things are in that painting that sort of connect with your family?
Well, I like the people on the shore watching the boat.
And the number 33, I see that again.
Yes, 33, yes.
On the lighthouse.
Yes,
I know that you mentioned you love flowers.
I do.
So in a lot of your photos.
Oh, my yard's full of flowers.
Well, we were blessed today that you brought us in this gorgeous bouquet.
Yes,
I
yes.
love it.
Yes.
And these colors are all through your paintings.
Yes.
Just, it makes each of us, when we look at them, our imagination just goes wild.
I've been planting flowers for years.
And so, do you have a painting that's a favorite of yours?
Well, I like to put up there with the bumblebees and the flowers and me working around them. And
Does the dog come out with you too?
oh yeah, he's there tied in the shade. Get him away from the bumblebees.
I know. You don't know until it happens if someone's allergic.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you said, and I love that you said this, you love going to town.
Oh yes.
But your husband's more of a homebody.
Yeah.
So you have a funny little story of how you sometimes get him to.
I tell him, you gotta go get bread.
And then you just hop in the car with him?
He usually goes wherever I ask him, and he'll get in the car and go. Yeah.
Where do you guys usually like to go when you head into town?
Superstore.
Yes, get some groceries.
Well, then we go to, some days we do every store, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are the days that you like to do the beach days, though? Those are more your home days.
Well, usually almost every day we like to run down to the beach when we can.
That's a blessing. That's the beauty of living on
Plus,
the East Coast.
Where I sat all day, I like to go to the beach to get a little exercise, yeah.
So, Iona, when you look at all of these paintings, is there any stories that you kind of have that was something funny that might have happened, or?
Well, that picture right up there, it looked like he's wheeling her off the cliff, but it wasn't supposed to be that way.
So, what was your interpretation?
Oh, it looked like it's dangerous.
But for you, it was just, he was taking her for a...
Well, I tried to get the bike on the road, but I couldn't get the bike on the road, so it just went to the side.
Again, this is what's so fun to look at your paintings. So they're a delight and mischievous at the same time. There's, every time you look at them, you see something new that you didn't see before.
Yes.
Do you feel that way as well when you
Yeah,
look at your own?
I like creating to see what it's going to come out to be.
Tell me about Mod Podge.
I really never knew her when she was painting back then.
And so how did you come about getting all of that? The Mod Podge name and the Mod Podge dog and all of those little, where did that come from?
Well, it just come in somewhere, I don't know, but it stuck with us.
It did.
Yes. And then we started saying, well, if I'm Mod Podge, we'll call him Mr. Podge. And then we said little doggy Podgy.
But it really truly has become your signature style.
Now, once I tried to do a picture, it was on a overpass. And I had a lady and a man walking over the overpass. And the lady had a walker in front of her. And I was trying to get this walker on the overpass. And I had it out over, like she's going to jump off. The walker was off the bridge. And we laughed. And somebody bought it. I couldn't believe it.
And so
I just didn't know how to get that walker on the road.
So it looks like she's jumping.
Yeah, it looked like she's jumping off.
So see, people just love all of that within the painting. But it's nice that you can laugh about those things.
Yeah.
And so you have probably noticed that over the past couple of years, your growth and change too.
Oh yes, I can do different things. Yeah, I know how to cross their legs now and put their arms a certain way. And
I love that.
yeah.
What about colors and mixture? Did that change for you as well?
No, I just usually pick the bright colors and put them on, yes.
That's what you like.
I don't mix many paints.
And you have specific colors that you sort of stick to.
Yeah, I like yellows and
I
purples,
love when you
yes.
put the purple in.
is that right?
I feel you put it in so strategically.
Oh, yeah.
And now knowing your love of flowers, that's probably that burst in there.
No, I used to do a lot of flowers once.
I think what we're going to talk about now is one of your favorite pieces.
Oh, yes.
And
Because I like angels. I got a lot of angels in my house.
perfect.
I love them.
Let's do that. You know what we're going to do? I know we're going to get one of your favorite pieces and bring that out so that everyone can have a beautiful look at it.
It's nice to me. I don't know. Some people might not like angels, but I like angels.
I think everyone's going to like your angels.
Yeah.
Iona, I'm so excited that you have a brand new work and that you're sharing it with us today. I'm very grateful for that. Could you talk to us a little bit about the painting itself, but also how long did this piece take you?
Well, it took me within 2 days. And it's the outdoor concert, and everybody's welcome. I was going to do the Beatles doing it, but I never, because the lead singer in there, the Beatles usually have black on, and I had to do them white on kind of the trees.
Yes.
So
the actual Beatles.
in the end, I called it the Parties concert.
I love
Yeah,
the Potties
yeah,
concert. That's fitting.
Yeah.
But inspired by the Beatles.
Yes.
So you love the Beatles.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I like
their
that.
singing, yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about the instruments and other little details.
Well, you got the guitar man in the corner playing his guitar. The people on the rocks is playing trumpets. And the lady is singing on top of the piano.
It's sort of like a jazz.
Yeah, she's right up there singing with them,
I love
with
that.
her mic.
I think you have a little bit of musical influence. Do you listen to music at home a lot?
Certain times.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too much.
But it's
little.
nice to see that
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
Talk to me about the colors that you chose.
Well, I like a lot of trees in my pictures, so that way I had to go with a lot of white to pop it. And all the little people down there taking it all in.
Enjoying it,
Yeah,
enjoying the concert.
Yeah.
And talk to me again, Iona, about this little technique that you have all along the border. And again, more very distinct trees. They almost look like little Whoville trees.
Yeah. I just take a paintbrush and start from the top and go down.
I love it.
Try to get it wider at the bottom.
To fit right on the border.
Yeah.
And this little dappling at the top, how do you do this
I have
one?
I have a little round thing on a handle and I dab it, and you gotta go you can't go heavy because it will get too thick.
Yeah.
You have to just lightly dab it and
So you sort of perfected that.
try to
technique.
just go light, and that way it ain't big gobs of stuff, yes.
And so the border on this,
And if you notice my clouds, I'm just learning to do clouds.
that's right. So now you're
They're
really.
not there yet.
No, but you're really getting into.
Yeah, I'm just trying to dab them a little and put clouds in.
You're pushing yourself to.
Because I used to dab my clouds.
That's
Now
how
these ones are put on with a paintbrush.
See, you're pushing yourself to do more.
Trying.
You are.
Yeah.
I think they look amazing.
Yeah.
Did you feel happy when you looked at it and said, look, I'm doing clouds now?
Well, I said it might look all right.
It's so hard, I think, as the artist to be
Yes,
able to,
yes.
I know, reflect on your own work.
Yeah.
This piece is amazing, and I'm so happy that you brought this in today.
But if I would have thought, I would have put trumpets in the bird's mouth. I had the birds
Oh.
blowing trumpets.
See, I love it. You look at it after.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that could also inspire your next piece.
Yes, I could put them in the next one, yes.
Because there is a fluidity with each of your pieces
Yes.
that the story continues. I noticed that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Iona, thank you so much for your personal stories, especially sharing with us about your family and your mom, and so much about how you started.
Yeah.
You know, because coming, I think, to art later in life can make you feel a little more self-conscious about, you know, putting it out there.
Yes.
Now, was Tripp the first person to approach you to put your work into a gallery?
I think my brother took, Joey, my artist brother, took a painting to Tripp's. And they looked at them, and then he said he'll take some, try me out.
So your brother is a huge supporter.
Oh, yes.
Because that's the same brother that bought you the canvas.
Yes, yes. And he's the same brother that helped build our house when he was 15 years old.
Wow.
He did. We built our house from scratch. And he was down there when he was 15, pounding away, trying to help us with the house.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That just shows so much the love and tightness, you know, of your family.
Yeah.
Just 15.
Yes, he worked hard.
So that home, I hope that you pass that down and keep, because that has so much more significance now.
Yes, yes.
I heard that the inside of your home is very patterned and painted sort of like your paintings.
Yeah, well,
You went from the floors.
yeah. Oh,
I love that because that's very Maud Lewis inspired to
yes.
sort of be surrounded by that.
Well, I started painting those floors way back, and I would use a black marker for my pattern to make a mat. But you know what happens when you use black marker? It bleeds through. So then I said, well, what am I going to do? I can't end up with black marks on my floor. So I go get some glue, and I had to glue all around the square of the mat. And then I go get sparkles and put all in the glue, let it dry. Once it dried, I varnished over the sparkles so it would hide the black mark.
I love that.
It was a mess. The sparkles come off gradually. And
But you were just, again, it's trial and error. You just kept trying something new.
Yeah.
And so now look, you've come, like now you're pushing yourself to do the clouds. And I have to ask you, this piano is gorgeous. And I haven't really seen a piano in your other pieces.
Yes, I have made pianos, yes. But that piano, I was going to make the legs out of hearts. And I did have the heart on there, and I took them all off. And I had heart on the chair legs. I didn't like it, so I took it all off. It was too cluttery.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You're really, you know, critiquing your own work as you're going along now. Can I ask if the piano was inspired from something?
No.
You just really, because you do like some music.
What am I going to paint today?
It's gorgeous though, because it's such a central piece.
Well, it was so warm, I wasn't going to paint anymore. And it was so warm. I said, well, I can't go do nothing outdoor. So I said, Roger, maybe I can jam another painting in before I go up here. So that's what I did.
And this came out.
Yeah.
Iona, that's amazing. It is incredible. Thank you so much for, again, everything that you shared with us tonight.
Yes.
But mostly, Iona, just your imagination that you let all of us in. It's incredible, and it's a magical playground. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you like it.